forget to send him a link?
No, Wayne's right there.
Oh.
Wayne's there. No, what?
Did you forget to unmute the mic?
I forgot to unmute the mic.
Oh, so hi everybody.
Yeah, so namaste, salutations, good vibes. Hey, welcome to the show tonight. I'm sorry. Yes, Tina, we got that. That was human error.
That was Master Rochi forgot to hit unmute.
So we've got quite a show for you tonight. Quite a show. We have Wayne Cruz on the show tonight.
We do.
Now this, I feel very fortunate, and I'm afraid after tonight, Wayne's going to be put on a list,
and everybody's going to lose all respect for you.
Probably, if they had any respect for me to start with. No, he's going to be put on your list.
On my list?
Yes, he is going to end up on your list.
What list is that?
Of people I can't hang out with unsupervised.
That's a pretty big list already.
Well, yeah, and it's growing. And the other thing is, once you've made this list, if you're not actually in the group, but you wish to supervise whoever, you're off the supervision list. So no, an amazing guy. I love his stuff and wanted to bring him on here because
I think he's hilarious.
I don't know a whole lot about Wayne.
Neither do I, and that's what we're going to find out. We are going to get down and dirty with Wayne Cruz. Well, kind of.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's kind of think about what you're.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, kind of think about what you're saying here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the one that often misspeaks, but
Well, why don't we get him in here?
We can do that. Let's bring on Wayne without further ado. This is a beautiful people zone only.
Oh, I know.
Right.
Wayne is beautiful. He is all about spreading some love.
I see that.
I'm going to quit after this. This is the last one I'm ever going to do. I swear.
Yeah, you said you were going to wait and do that off camera too. So we have.
You know he did that on purpose.
Right? I know.
He smokes on camera.
How are you guys doing this fine, beautiful evening?
We're doing fantastic.
Doing well in the frozen prohibition state of Indiana. So spark one up for Indiana prohibition. Yes. Join in.
God. It's like it's 1990s again.
Giveaway tonight, so we do want to say happy birthday to Dennis Doc James.
There we go. Yeah. Look at that. You said it and it appeared.
Because it is Doc's birthday.
Right on. Hey, we got a lot of people to say hi to. Hey, Michael Camps here. Good to see you, Michael. We were just talking. Tina, Dolores, Hobbies, Sir Steve.
I can't see the comments unless I look at my phone. I'll look.
Brenda, Terry, Diane. I mean, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
I see you in all kinds of get-ups and things. So you're obviously, are you a reenactor? Are you an actor? Are you a little of both? Tell me. I want to know.
I'm a time traveler, if you want to know the truth. I'm a time traveler. I'm a docent to the past. I teach history for young children through living history. And it's the 1860s to 1875. And it's an era that, Americana is Americana, and we want to stick true to that. And it's a piece that, a lot of kids remember, the Lone Ranger, or they remember Gunsmoke, at least our generation. The new kids, these generations, they don't really have that. So I try to bring a character that they can laugh at, that their moms don't want to stand too close to, that their dads want to beat me up when they leave. And at the end, the idea is at the end, they learn a little history and we all laugh a little at the end.
That's awesome.
Oh, excellent. I could see that. And I mean, your costumes it is down to the minutest detail.
Well, there are people that are called buttons. They're called button counters, and these are historical people that go around looking for buttons and stitches and fabric. So a lot of us look into fabrics and things that are period correct, authentically period correct. A lot of us do period correct things out of modern items that we mockerize them, and we kind of make them that old school because, coats were cut different. Women's clothing were different then. So, a lot of people don't know this though. So we try to make it so it's not so Hollywood, if that makes sense. And funny as hell. It's all about fun.
No, yeah,
I would love to
absolutely.
see. Now, where do you do this at?
I do this in our capital in Sacramento. We are the premier gunfighting group in Sacramento, the Black Flag Gang. There's about 27 strong of a bunch of adult actors, male, female, can dancers. We got suit baggers. We got bag sayers. I'm a pimp, actually. That's what Lefty is. I play Charles Hiram Cross, straight from Virginia, moving there to Missouri. And, he's a pimp, and that's what I play. I play a pimp, and he has a bunch of ladies that runs around with him. My wife, so we're clear, people, my wife knows these ladies. My wife set this up. This is not something where I'm being disrespectful to ladies at all. These ladies are actresses just like me.
Right.
So they're playing parts too. They're wearing costumes down to the nines. And I'm also security because the men think that they suddenly can touch these ladies. And it's like, sorry, dudes, no touchy, me break a face, eh?
Right on.
And I'll bet your wife is thankful for that, because all of us women, when our man stands up for other women, are very proud and thankful.
Well, yeah, I got to be honest. When Lefty's in the room, my wife doesn't like him too much.
Well, no, but she likes.
It's funny. I say this all sincerity, guys. Okay, when I'm getting dressed to go out and do my gig on the street at the hotel room, in my head I'm hearing, and I'm like putting on the gun belts, and my wife goes, "It's weird." As soon as the hat and gun belt goes on and the glasses go on, all of a sudden I get this look in my face, and she goes, "Oh no." And I'm like, "Wait, time to go do some business. Move it." And she's just like, "All right." And you sons of bitches, all of a sudden I become Lefty and everyone hates the dude.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the feeling she gets when we hit the opening of an event.
Right? I do, because okay, so Master Rochi, he's the same guy at home that he is at events. However, at events, it's a totally different ballgame because he just wanders. He's gone. Like, I mean, unless lately we've been spending a lot of time with him at the booth, but normally you never see him at our booth. Ever.
Well, I think it's when we're having fun and we're letting ourselves go, letting our hair down, or whatever analogy you want. I mean, let's be honest for a moment, okay, guys? I'm gonna be a bummer for about 39 seconds. There's a lot going on in the world that we could be sad about, okay? There are people dying, there are people being sick, there's war, there's a bunch of famine, there's all this bullshit, okay? And so when I play Lefty, my idea is to pull you away from all that bullshit for the 45 minutes that you're standing in front of me.
Right.
Maybe you can laugh, you come into the bar, the saloon, and you meet some other characters. And all of a sudden, none of the worldly shit, cancer, people dying, sadness, family issues matters. And all of a sudden we're laughing and we get people to go, "Thank you so much." And personally, I reach out to all the little old ladies. I'm not even joking. I look out for all the little old ladies in their walkers. I hit on them like mad. And hey, it's something that I think a lot of us need to remember, spread the love.
Yeah.
He does it too.
And that's kind of what our goal is, on our weekly show, is just give everybody a break from reality, come and have
laugh at us for a little bit.
have some nonsense, maybe learn something, and have some fun.
Well, there's a lot of pain behind most of these eyes that most of us see daily, okay? Whether it's family, whether you lost someone, or whether you're losing someone. And I think if we choose to sit and do that, first and foremost, you're not going to want me up on a show because I'm going to be like, Eeyore, life sucks, everything sucks, oh my God. All of a sudden, so when I come up, the Waniac takes over. My wife knows it. She could tell when I turn the Waniac on. He's me. I am like this all day long. I'm a ADHD adult.
Okay.
So what happened was when the Waniac was created was I used to work in a rock and roll business. I used to work at a guitar manufacturer. And when the rock stars would come in, I would act just, I don't know. I don't get starstruck over anybody. Okay. I'm not that guy. I would instantly walk up to these famous people like they know me. Hey dude, what's up? How are you doing? Hey. And everyone would be like, Wayne. I'm like, what's up? Hey bro. Hey, yeah. Start talking
You know
to them.
what's funny? I get that because being okay. So we know a lot of people in the Canna fam, but it's like when they walk up to our booth, I get starstruck over our fans. So
Yes.
it's like, oh look, it's Ronald Blackwell. It's this person. It's Christina Stevens. That's and then I have to like look at him because he has the most horrid memory there is, and I have to say,
Well, I was doing street theater in Chicago with the Pop Brothers at Law.
and didn't even know it. Like,
Oh, really?
you couldn't tell. Yeah, no.
Well, what we found, it didn't occur to me until about 15 minutes into this who they were.
That they were the Pop Brothers at Law.
Yeah, because they were hanging out with some other people that we knew, and anyway, one thing led to another, and we had this whole street production thing going
Right.
Just acting in the middle of the street.
Well, and isn't that what we're all doing every day? We're acting, right?
Oh,
You go to the mall,
this
you're
is
acting.
actually
You go
mixing up like a telenovela in the middle of the street in front of the hotel.
when things happen like that, I believe it's synchronicity, okay? When you put no effort into it, it just happens magically, if you will. Hey, I'm starstruck right here. When I tell everybody all week, I'm like, I get to go talk to Master Roach. Yeah! Some of my friends are like, who? And I'm like, forget it. My wife was like, go have fun. Be safe. But I'm like excited, and my dear, I follow you. Okay, I see you're in the feeds I'm in. I follow where you're at, so I'm just as starstruck as you might think.
I don't go live very much, so the only time I go live is with him, and everything else is all positivity posts on my end.
And I see that, and hey, take a look again. I tell people constantly, if gratitude's the attitude, I got an attitude. I am so grateful for the friends and family I've met lately, especially here in the Canna community, because again, I'm going to say something. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to repeat myself. If you would have told me 7 months, a year ago, 2 years ago, Wayne, you're going to have a bunch of people that you talk to on the regular. You're going to get up in the morning to see people. You're going to get up in the evening to talk to people. You can't wait to talk to people. And you're going to meet some of the coolest, best friends of your life online. I would have told you to go smoke it. I would have literally, and that's being polite, okay? All of a sudden, my very good friend is Steve-O. I'm up here talking to you guys who I admire you guys. I've met so many people in this community, and I'm grateful that you guys have all taken weirdos like me in. And, because a lot of people are just like, oh, he's a weird old dude. I am a weird old dude. That's sorry, guys.
You.
Right, I mean, come on.
Well, you see, I couldn't be the only weird old guy. I needed somebody else to shift part of the blame to. I mean, part of the responsibility to.
Yeah, there you go. Good save. I think when we're doing this stuff, whether we're a personality on stage up here, we're giving people a piece of our day. I like to be me. And when people talk to me, they know this is really me. Steve-O and I have had deep talks where he's like, you sound the same as when you're online. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
Thanks.
It's called being genuine,
Yeah, and I think as soon as we're disingenuine, what we're doing is we're selling ourselves shorts, guys. And short. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that plural. I think a big part of it is, and by the way, sir, I will say, when you namaste, I think that we're giving the magic word to the megaverse, okay? When we speak that powerful word namaste, okay? That is a powerful word that echoes throughout eternity. And the thing is, people don't understand that. They look at it like, I used to say namaste out of my way, okay? I used to.
Yeah.
Now,
the meaning of namaste is I bow to you.
yes.
I bow to you.
And those of us who bow to the megaverse in its entirety and understand that without certain motivation, books, people, chemicals, we're able to reach out and do these things. And I think some people laugh at us because they're just like, that, you hippie or whatever. Sure, I am. Why not? My third eye is wide open and I'm in love with it. And I want to know that I am being genuine when I speak to people that way.
Exactly. And, and when I say namaste, I mean namaste to each and every one, because everybody has a lesson to teach me, a wisdom to impart. And so the youngest to the oldest, to the smartest, to the dumbest, they all have a message for me. And I have to bow to them and allow them to share that message.
Well, it's pure beauty that you say that. And when you chose those words to say, it's very powerful, and I love that, I like to tell people that I'm grateful all the time. And oh, you won the giveaway?
Well, probably not, because you had to be there to win, and we had our lunch schedule.
That's what I was telling her.
I think this is cool. Thank you so much for allowing me a time. And I'm going to go cheesy for a moment, if I may. I'm sorry. And this sounds like a bumper sticker, but I just don't care. Don't quote me on
Yeah, no.
right. Well, don't quote me completely on this, because hold on real quick. Alexa, how many people are on the planet?
Good evening, Wayne. There are approximately 8 billion people on the planet.
All right. There's 8 billion people on the planet, guys.
Right.
Let's think about it for a second. That's 8 billion mother, fathers, aunts, uncles, sisters, cousins, police officers, teachers, robbers, thieves, politicians, whatever you want. 8 billion of us, okay? 8 billion assholes, if you want to look at it that way. Your choice. Okay, now take a look. I choose to look at it like 8 billion miracles. The fact that I woke up this morning, I know that the egg and the semen do this thing and a baby comes out, but I'm still like, what the actual fuck? Oops, sorry. The truth is that a miracle. So here's the deal. Here I keep going. I'm going to shut up. You are a part of my miracle today. The fact that we each woke up today and we're each interacting with each other is a miracle. So guys, thank you for allowing me to be in your miracle.
I got something to say to you. So I want you to tell everybody about a few of the groups that you have or that you're in.
I got a lot of groups that I'm a part of and a lot of groups that I work in. I'm a part of the Misfit Island, which you guys know. You guys don't know, I'm an admin, moderator, bonehead, content creator. I also have Bong Hit Time 420, a page for just bong hitters and people who are interested in smoking. I also have my page, Keeping It Green. If you know about Keeping It Green, that means you've chucked the bowl once or twice in your time with somebody. It's always keeping it green hit, right? I like to keep it green for all my friends because I like to show cultivation and growing, because I am an outdoor grower. So what I like to do, and then I have a Keeping It Green professional page, which is more where you're going to see the interviews, more the real stuff. I also have the Imagination Farce, which is a page for our imagination. I also have the Adventures with Lefty. That's the guy, the time traveler that you guys all know. That's my page that I'm really working on. The Adventures with Lefty is basically my part-time job, guys. I'm always making content with that guy. I'm always reaching and trying to be Lefty for a few minutes so I could film something. That's a lot of groups, I know. And I'm part of a bunch of sword fighting groups out in the community. I keep going, but I won't do that.
There's your in right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I heard that you might know a little bit about sword fighting. I was going to challenge you to a duel, and then I got some information that no.
I will always
5 paces with bubble gum.
I will always take a challenge with anybody, anywhere, anytime with a sword. That's just the fact. It's who I am. I am D'Artagnan at heart.
So tell us about that, because I heard that you have kind of a big name there in fencing.
I do. I come from, my teacher has an epic name in the world of the martial arts. So I have a teacher that's pretty huge. So his lineage is carried over to mine. Our technique has been basically, we transcribed 3 Italian fencing manuals into English, and we basically brought them to life. Maestro, and a lot of it is that Maestro Sasazzi, his technique was taught and forgot because it was dangerous. It is the art of death. So basically, when we started training in it, my teacher, at a young age, I wanted to be a boxer. And I realized that not so much. And then I wanted to be a martial artist, but all day on Saturday afternoon when I watched those martial art movies, they were Asian men, and I never could feel like I was one of them. Because I'm 6'3", I'm a big tall Caucasian dude. So all of a sudden I'm like, this sucks. And then my dad was big on books. My dad was like, you want to learn something? Get a book, damn it. And I was like, oh.
Right.
I got a book, Ivanhoe.
So familiar because his parents were both school teachers.
There you go.
Yeah.
I ended up taking my passion of the sword, all three weapon styles, epee, saber, and foil, to the grand games that we know as the American Service Games, which is actually the trials for the Olympics. I took 13th place in the United States. I took 7th in my region, and I took 3rd in my age and weight division. At that time, that was all three weapons. I am a saber fighter, though. That's my bag. You know, if I want to do something, it's about the saber. All of them have different etiquette and different ploy. I trained under a Russian nationalist, so I was trained by a guy that was like, you must breathe, eat sword fighting. We are not doing this. You're not American. You're a sword fighter. So I learned that, and I ended up going to 3 of the big games. I tried to go to the United States Open game. At the tryouts for the Olympics, yours truly, I had a lot going on in my life. I took a fall, shattering my fibia, tibia, and my ankle and my foot in a bunch of pieces. I missed the Olympic tryouts by 7 days.
Oh, no.
So I laid in hospital in traction, watching the Seoul Games go down and knowing that I possibly could have went and fought for America.
Right
But
on.
I do have a bronze. I do hold the bronze. So I do still have it here on a plaque at the house that my wife will never let me forget about. Yeah. She wants me to always tell people, and I'm like, damn it, that sucks. But I love it.
Right on. Well, that is amazing. That
Okay.
is
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
I used to study martial arts myself, and gained a lot of insight and wisdom through the years at different ways of looking at things, and it changed my perception.
Sorry.
You know, the one that makes me think, as I look at you and I think of me and I think of us, is there's a saying: "Be weary of the old man in combat sports."
Oh. Well, that's how he, like I said, he had all these little young kids that worked underneath him when he worked for the state. And they would all come out and hang out by the fire. And they're all like, oh, yeah, you can't take us down, old man. And he took every single one of those 200-300-pound kids down out in the yard. And then that was when the whole Master Rochi nickname came into.
Yeah, a couple of them, 2 at a time, and and these, I was in my early 50s, and they were in their 20s,
Right.
And I don't think one was less than 350 pounds and 6'2".
I've had. Go on. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
And here's I'm just at 6 foot and 187. So,
I'm tall and thin, so when they see me, the first thing they think is, okay, he's 180 pounds at 6'3". I look like a concentration camp victim. Okay.
Buddy.
And I can't gain weight. No matter what I do. So with me, I had a student show up to my school, and I have a different way that I teach. I have students that come and go, look, I want to live for the movies. I don't care about being a killer. I want to look good in front of the stage because I'm an actor and it's something cool to have on my resume.
right.
That's cool, by the way. Stage combat, that's cool. I have other people that go, look, I need it because I want good cardio, man, and I think it's exciting, and the sword seems cool. Then there's people who come to me who, unfortunately, I get a lot of people who want to come and test the teacher. I get a lot of
Right.
Unfortunately, you're like Billy the Kid. Everyone wants to shoot you, So I have to be ready at all times. And I have to be ready at all times. Now, I had a kid show up to my school.
Nate.
I had a student show up a week ago, and I'm like, welcome to my school. Come and let's have some fun, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, I can't. I'm sorry. I go, what's wrong? He goes, no, I can't. I'll feel bad. I'll be disrespectful. I go, okay. Ooh, I was raised by a Navy SEAL. Like, there's not much you could say to me that's going to be like offensive. So like, and he was in World War, like, come on now. So all of a sudden the guy says, I don't know if I could take on an old man. I would feel bad.
That's terrible. Just because we're old, and I say this out of sheer, just because we're old, don't count us out.
Oh, I also wear glasses.
Right?
I have a First Cav hoodie that says, don't let the gray hair fool you. We can still kick ass. But the other thing, kind of shifting gears a little bit. One of the things that it took me, I didn't understand until maybe 5, 6, maybe 10 years ago, the warrior poet thing.
Mhm.
I could never understand how can a warrior, ever become a poet? And I guess until you, kind of live through and then learn from your warrior days, you transition more to, more of a thinking, rational from the physical. And, it took a while to figure that out.
You did this on purpose because you wanted to throw me. I agree with you.
Oh, no.
I think that what happens in our schooling is that I believe that no one is a master. Okay. I'm just going to say this to you. I believe that all of us can learn something. I am a student. I am a student of life. I'm going to learn something new every day. You want to hear a cool one real quick? That's pretty interesting to me. I'm having, my mom and dad were dying. My mom and dad were going through the spin of their life. And I was in the mid of trying to keep my mom and dad alive, and I'm losing my mind and I'm sad. I go to teach a class, and I'm teaching a class. And in the middle of the class, I start crying because I'm thinking about my mom and my dad. And I'm like, shit, Wayne, don't let it out. Don't let it out. This little 8-year-old comes up to me and says, Mr. Wayne. And I'm like, okay, yes. What is it, Anthony? Mr. Wayne, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, Mr. Wayne.
I'm sorry. Out of the mouth of babes.
All right. Right.
The freaking lootly. Instantly, I went like, I learned, boom, from a little 8-year-old. Whoa, and I'm 51. What just happened? So, hey, guys, I believe that the poet is in all of us, and I think that's our word, our voice. The warrior is choice, by the way, okay? And I think that when we're warriors, whether that's in society, the battlefield, or whether in a marriage, I think it's your choice. And I think if you want to be the warrior in the garden, you must remember that Master Musashi knew it well, okay? He killed his first opponent at 13 years old, okay? Master Musashi gave up the sword because there was no one else that could best him anymore. He became a poet of the great word. So it's a matter of like how we approach. And I'm really trying to learn that right now in my life, guys. And I'm not trying to sound dumb. Maybe I just did. I don't know.
No, but hey, Wayne, I have to.
Commercials.
Yeah,
So.
we have to take a commercial break. So everybody, we will be back in just 4 minutes and. Which one did we play last time?
I don't know.
Oh, we're going to play this one. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll be back.
So get to.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident? Searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? NoSir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. NoSir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at NoSir. Don't be a jackass. Say no, sir, to cannabis propaganda with NoSir. Find us at www.nocer.ca. Psychedelic Tuesdays on NOK Network. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Psychedelic Reports. Ufa Alvarius is scouring the newsletters for stories being reported in mainstream media on psychedelic records and passing them on to Bobby Puppet and Karen Simpson so they can bring you, our listeners, in this 60-minute video news podcast. Join us for Tuesday Evening News, weekly at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for all your news and information in the world of psychedelic medicine. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on our webpage, social media, and streaming sites, including YouTube and Rumble. Join us for NOK Network monthly specials. 12 months a year. Movie nights. Spotlight on entertainment. And live on location event coverage. Stay up to date about upcoming programming by subscribing to NOK Network on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Rumble. Check out our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
Peace, news, and views on NOK Network. Patients everywhere advocating cannabis evolution with Kim Cooper and Sir Steve-O. Joint hosts interview people in the grassroots and corporate cannabis space across North America and beyond. Sit down with patients, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, and others sharing their journey with this medicinal plant. So join us for Peace, News, and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where all consumption is medicinal consumption on NOKnetwork.com. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on social media and streaming sites, including Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble.
Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at NOKnetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@NOKnetwork.com.
Hey, dudes and dudettes. Enjoy the show, man.
Ah! You're muted. I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, I muted. I unmuted you. Yes. No,
He's always muted.
I should always be muted. Always,
I was
always.
gonna say, I know so many people who wish they had a mute button for me. So I'm with.
So, anyways, this show is also brought to you by Master Rochi's Garden, where you can get all of your hemp-derived products at www.masterrochisgarden.com.
That's right. Check us out. You'll love us. So we are back. We are back. You know, I think the first time that we started actually texting, messaging kind of back and forth, or maybe before that, was you were showing off some guitar or some amp, and I made a comment on it, and we kind of hit up a conversation, and that kind of started everything.
I came into it was a collateral piece. Someone owed me something. And at the end of it, it was one of those, he never showed back up. And I was like, boo. So yeah, and you're right. That's what we're talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
We ended up with a few guitars that way. And they were like cheap, like $10, $20. They're like, here, I'll give you the guitar. I just need $20.
Their loss.
Yeah, certainly. I've got most of mine up on walls. So I took all those guitar cases that you you had a picture of, and they're all in the attic.
Well, they're not all in the attic.
Well, all except for maybe 4. And I'm still floating around down here.
I play a lot of my basses, even though I got a huge collection. I do play a lot of them periodically. I have a few. The one that I call my wife, that's the one that I pretty much play all the time. I would run into the house if it was on fire, kind of thing.
Right. What bass is that?
That is a jazz bass that I collected over years. It's a 1987 jazz bass special, made in Japan, but it's basically back when it was like they owned the world at that time. And then
the Japan made guitars from the 80s. They're some of the best guitars out there.
Yeah. And the luthiers and the lumber and everything was just so much better then. And then I got a bunch of pieces like that. Some are sentimental, just the way they look, maybe. Not necessarily that they play great, but they look amazing. Or I have an endorsement through Hard Luck Kings, and they sent me a green one. It's amazing looking. It's not really my favorite. Hopefully they're not watching this.
You know, one of the, and you'll probably get this, but my favorite guitar to play is probably the least expensive guitar I own.
Yeah.
You know, I love my Dot, my Epiphone Dot. And, you know, I've got, you know, Gibson Les Paul. I've got Ibanez Art Chords. I've got, you know, Fenders. I've got all kinds of stuff. But my favorite guitar is, you know, that ES335 Dot.
Yeah, good call. I'm going to make a joke. Our old joke was friends don't let friends buy Ibanez.
Electrics. Right. This is a hollow body.
Oh, okay. I own a bass, like an acoustic bass that I love from an Ibanez, but the rest is Fenders. I got 14 of them, 15 of them. A few ESPs because I was endorsed with them for a little while, so I have a few of their pieces that are cool. But you know.
So Wayne does this thing called Story Hour for those of you in the comments that don't know.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's talk about Story Hour because I love it. You make me laugh every time I pop in there.
Thank you.
It is a good segue because you are not politically correct, which is awesome because there's too much of that in this world. And you're just having a good time.
I started doing it. I played in a band for so long. Oh, hey, Frank. I played in a band for so long with other players. And as a bass player, it's almost like just be quiet and sit back there and play the root note and don't say anything. So I was like, oh, okay. Then I write the lyrics for the band I was in. Then I like to play this and that. Well, then all of a sudden, one night we're playing a show at a club. The guitar player goes, dude, I got to change strings real quick. I'm like, okay. I start playing this funky thing. The drummer starts playing. I got up on the mic and I just start spouting shit. And at the end of that, I'm like, I'm going to get a black eye tonight. Like, here it goes. This guy comes up to me, goes, dude. So pause. I come home, the band breaks up, and I'm a poet and I'm wanting to play music. I buy a drum machine and I start playing to the drum machine in the mornings. I never thought any of you guys would watch me, okay? So I plug my phone in. I'm like, I put it up there and I'm like, we'll see. My friends will either like it or love it or they'll hate me. So I put it up there and I start doing story time. And what happens is, as you know or don't know, I will grab from the comments. Whoever's in the comments, I will grab the people in the comments and add them into my story. So that's how it came about. And which I didn't talk about, I'm an improv teacher. So that's a part of an experiment.
Oh, are you wanting to come up on camera, Donnie Upchurch? Is that what you're saying? Or send you the link to his group.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Donnie wants all your links.
Oh, my
Oh.
brother. That's my brother, by the way, Donnie.
Oh, cool.
Just my little brother, and he has subbed in on Master as a guest, as Master Rochi's guest host, and he is a stay-at-home dad, and he is legally blind, and he's phenomenal.
Right
So-
on.
So if he follows you, he will, hit
Oh,
him.
well, man, I will gladly send my love over to you, Donnie. You know, it's so cool that we have our friends that do that for us, okay? I mean, if it wasn't for our friends sharing us and showing our love, I'd be up here talking alone again. So thank you.
Yeah, he is also my body double and is a special guest host at times. Which Donnie, I need to talk to you about.
Valentine's, we want him to wear a Cupid costume. Cupid. I can't say it. Cupid
Uh-oh.
costume.
Uh-oh.
This is I don't. Yeah, you probably can't see. It's too dark, and it's gonna. But I've got this. Hell,
It's great.
The Trio Plus. Band creator and looper. This thing
Yep.
is incredible.
Yes, they are so much. I really don't have the gets on that, to be honest. I know what they are. My wife is like, I want to get you one. And I'm like, no.
No, you'd love it because he can play one like beat that he likes and then loop it and then play another beat on top of it. And he does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well,
You know, I think music is such a thing that they got to do it in schools. Unfortunately, they're taking it out of schools. Most kids
Yeah.
who get into music and have that fundamental love, it helps them at their math skills and their comprehension. Only if you can wear a Speedo. Uh-oh, this conversation just went sideways, buddy. I got mine on. I'm armed. Oh.
it's on the screen.
Oh my God.
It's on the screen.
I
Don't show
can't
it.
see the screen.
Don't show it to me on the phone. It's on the screen. I know. I put it there.
Oh dear. He's got me rolling. My brother says only if he can wear a Speedo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, I really don't want to see you in a Speedo. Sorry.
take
But
the strong
everybody
man.
else
That's it.
But everybody else does. and I'll tell you the whole shtick of this. We are going to be, Donnie is going to be Cupid, and I am going to be interviewing Cupid the day after.
Oh, I love it.
So that is what I need Donnie.
He said no.
In the Speedo. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know, you got to be a good sport about that. And if you are, Donnie, now I will follow you. So there you go. It's a fair trade. See? Shake hands.
I think it'd be a great show.
Yeah.
I do.
So talking to
think-
Cupid the day after.
I think laughing is like the biggest medicine that any of us can have. And, you know, to hear that your brother's open to that, I'm like, that's beautiful. You know, that really is.
Yeah, because he's the same age as I am. He's a year younger. So he's,
That's not the same age.
he's not
You know, I was going to say, it's not really the same age.
like the same age bracket.
Ish.
He's not a pup either,
Yeah, we're
I-
the
you know,
same
I-
age. There's only a 5 years difference.
When I told my wife, I'm going to steal straight from Howard Stern, I want to interview God, my wife goes, Wayne, like, you cannot do that. And so when I did story time one day, she's like, right? She's like, please don't tell me that you went over and did story time and interviewed God. And I'm like, I didn't actually. You just reminded me. She's like, no.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you. I knew there was something I was wanting to do, and I
Right?
couldn't put my finger on it. I got it now.
So I don't know if you caught at the beginning before we put you up on screen. Master Rochi talked about the list of people that he's not allowed to be with unsupervised, and Wayne, you would be one of those people because he gets into enough trouble on his own. And when I put him with people like Alan Stein's one of them. Alan Stein is from California, and he is the owner of the Power Hit. And he keeps telling Matt they need to go to Vegas. And I'm like, you're not going to Vegas with Alan
Say
Stein.
when, baby. Say when. It's 3 hours away.
Not unsupervised.
Now wait a minute. She abandoned me to a group of unknown weirdos. Just like it would be almost like giving your child
I did.
to child trafficker.
We were at CannaCon, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I've had a few glasses of wine, and he's had a few scotches, and he smoked a whole lot of weed,
and had mushrooms.
and had, the Pop Brothers at Law, and Sarah with No H, and a whole bunch of other people. And Sarah's like, can I just take him for a while? And I'm like, sure, I'm going to bed. He knows where our room is. Take him.
And leaves me.
Take him,
Yeah.
please.
I think that's what's cool about having a mate that can do this with, I do a lot of my cowboy stuff alone. Or I pack my car and my buddy goes with me, and my wife's like, bye, I know I'm going to see the pictures. She tells me, she knows me. And the whole thing is, it's like, I don't think she'd be with me if she thought I was that guy in the first place. You know what I mean? So
On this night that I barely remember, I mean, I've got bits and pieces of it, but we wind up in her penthouse, and there's all kinds of people there that, I mean, it's like, wow, I can't believe I'm in the same, same room with these
Kim
people.
says that's where we got to hang out was in Chicago. It can't have gone.
And there were some guys there that looked like they just got off the stage. I don't know what fucking band it was, but I ended up going back and hiding in my hotel room at 5 a.m.
He woke me up and told me not to answer the door.
Yeah, because Sarah's calling around demanding a place to open for a party, within 2 hours.
God.
And I come in and told Crystal, whatever you do, don't open the door. Don't open the door. They know my room number.
He's asleep. Yeah. The unsupervised thing, I get it. I think getting in trouble when I was a young man, oh my God, I was dangerous.
That's it. If he was younger, and even then I didn't worry. Okay, so for a lot of you that don't know, Master Rochi was a biker, and I was a dancer, and
The kind with no clothes.
and
Or
I'm
into the
not
dancing
ashamed of it.
with
It made
no
me,
clothes at all.
I wore clothes, I wore phone, but anyway,
Bikini, right?
it made me who I am today, and it made him who he is. So
Damn,
even
no
back in the day, we don't have that jealous relationship. So we're not, yeah, I'd be pissed at him for some things, but not the things you would think about. You know what I mean?
No, it's more wandering into trouble. Just, not being harmed or anything, but winding up 2 states away the next morning with,
Trying to find a way home.
Yeah, and not quite sure how you got there. That kind of unsupervised activity.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm secure in my marriage. My thing is, him lining up somewhere where I can't get him home.
A little technical difficulty here. My dog decided he wanted to hang out on me, and now the bong went everywhere, and yay.
Oh,
I
no.
don't even know where my dog went.
It's an indestructible bong. That part I don't care about, but I'm pissed now that it smells like bong water over here now.
Right, yeah, it's the water. Go ahead. Do what
It's
you
his-
need to do.
It's his bed that smells like bong water, not mine.
It's bad.
Dickhead. Sorry.
So I have other questions for you. So do you do other acting?
I do. My wife and I own a modeling and acting and etiquette school, so we're in the business. We're both SAG affiliated. Well, my wife, I say, with the etiquette thing, not me.
Right. Well, I got a
I
student. She's not too old to learn.
I still use my fingers, No. So yeah, what happened was my wife and I both are SAG actors. We both go out and still audition and still do stuff. Now it's for senior roles, and I still do a lot of fighting stuff. I just finished Arkham Knights, a video game. That was the last thing I actually made money on. Body doubling and basically working through choreography. I've done a lot of movie stuff. So we both still do that. Even, matter of fact, funny thing is, our school's right next door.
Yeah,
We
you
just
did
moved our-
actually. You had just moved back. Yeah.
We
Right
just
on.
moved. Yeah, we just left a big, huge office with a huge overhead, and we were about to go under to come home and be a home business like people should be.
Right.
on. Yep, our business consists of, well, pretty much right here.
Right here. This is good.
And isn't that so cool? The fact that I think more and more of us are doing it now. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Uh-oh,
don't need
she's-
to,
She's getting questions, man. I'm scared.
Oh, I was reading Sally's comment. I love Sally and Fred. They are two of the most amazing people. And,
I personally don't have a problem with it, girlfriend.
right. Well, I'm retired now for like what, 13, 14 years. 14 years, obviously. Well, since then I've had a heart attack. I've gained 80 pounds. But it happens. You get old.
Well, we're getting better. That's all it is, and I think it really is getting better.
Oh, I hear where the dog is.
Yeah, he's being an ass right now. Sorry.
No, my dog.
Our dog.
Oh, I'm talking about mine.
Lily.
So what else
I'm
do you
one of
have? I was going to ask what else you have coming up, and also you need to share out that story time. I would be more than happy to share that out.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, so what we got going on now next is not, for me personally, the next big thing is I just did it tonight. And I'm stoked that I'm here. Thank you for allowing me this time. I will share the out of this anyways. No, the next thing for me personally is we're in the community, and I'm in California, so I try to do what I can from California with the Canna community. With that, it's just content, and then on top of that, creating some music and story time. Thank you. I would love to send it your way and let you, because a lot of my guitar player friends play along with me. I didn't know this.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing last night. It's like
Currently, I'm stuck in drop D standard. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because these are all finger exercises, and we're good.
Right on. Yeah, I was kind of starting to get back in just to the raw Chicago style blues.
Come here.
And, just kind of getting my mind thinking that way. I was more into the atmospheric post rock, trip hop stuff there for a while, but
Nope.
I just feel like going back to the roots and digging into the blues again.
I agree. To me, the greatest band on the planet is Black Sabbath. So when people go, "What's the Beatles?" That's Black Sabbath, and they go, "Oh, Wayne." Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath paved the way that I think musically. Musically, I love, and I'm that guy. My wife could tell you if she was in the room. I am so eclectic with my music. It drives people nuts because I can listen to anything from Cher to the Grateful Dead to Slayer and Slipknot, all the way to like merengue music to,
What's your favorite
one night,
One of my favorite songs is Suavecito.
okay. People say I'm into classical. And a lot of people say it because they're trying to be bougie. It's like, well, what's your favorite classical song? Most of them are like, I get them. Because when they're like, I'm like, I do like classical. And they're like, what's your favorite? And I'm like, Lela Zembe, Bach and Brahms, number 3 through 7 in B minor. And they're all like, oh, all right. Sorry.
Right.
His favorite song though is from a band that nobody's ever heard of. You know what I mean?
Favorite song is so hard because there's so much music that I could say to you. Like, okay, for me, I want Lucky Man played at my funeral.
Or Wearing Purple.
Yeah. When she says favorite song, it's one of them that
He plays constantly and drives me nuts.
That's on the playlist. But one of my biggest bands as far as influence was Steely Dan.
Oh,
and the early Doobie Brothers. But yeah, Steely Dan, I mean, just blew me away when they first emerged.
and all two of those bands that you just said, the Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan, are both bands that had players in the bands. They were, each one of them had a rhythm section, they had a horn section, wind section. I mean, you're talking bands that were doing, Steely Dan was doing that stuff before anybody was doing it, you know? And his Comic Kyriad album is just, I listen to that to this day. I still love it. And that's, you know, not even, well, Alice's Restaurant. Oh, well.
Oh, he plays that all the time. I hate it. It drives me nuts.
I play it once a year on Thanksgiving, and she thinks that's all the time.
I hate it. I hate it just because it's so long. Not that I hate the song, because I really don't hate the song. It's just so long.
What's your guilty pleasure then? What would be the guilty pleasure that you have, that you like, that you know that it's probably not cool and people would probably shun you for, but you like it?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine are like my, I guess my guilty pleasure is Adele. But
Oh.
my favorite music is like Into the Mystic. Anything Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
but like you know, any of that kind of music. But like I said, my guilty pleasure is Adele.
Okay, Mr. Roshi, go for it. Yours?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Does it have to be a band or just a song?
Oh, why not? Who cares? There's no rules here. We're just chatting.
All right. My guilty pleasure, and this we'll lose audience members over this. It is Afternoon Delight.
Yes, he loves
Really?
that.
I love that song.
Oh, that's great. Mine was the milkshake song. You know, my milkshake brings all the boys to the, and my wife is like, really? And I'm like, I don't know what it is about the song, the rhythm, the groove, or something. She's like, you like is it what it's about? And I'm like, no. I mean, I like the groove to it.
Right.
Well, I was wandering around the other day, you know, singing, you know, one horn, one eyed, flying purple people eater.
You know, now I get to carry on this to you guys and do this for me. Help me out with this theory, guys. Anybody watching can do this, okay? I have a theory that if you are upset, you're sad, you're bummed out, whatever the thing is, turn on some funk, some good old fashioned, like 1977 funk. Make your booty shake. Yes, you can. Yes. Throw the Parliament on, and within 5 minutes of listening, like, we want the funk. Oh, gotta have that funk. Oh, we want the funk. Next thing you know, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be smiling, and you're not going to be angry anymore. And you can't be mad when you listen to the funk.
Yeah.
Right. We talked about that, like Soul Train and
Yeah.
I'm a huge funk and you know 70s 80s R&B guy. Yeah, you know I dig George Clinton, Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, those guys just blow me away. Just blow me away.
That's when a young player in me I was a rocker, just rock and roll, heavy metal. And some guy says to me, dude, you know funk? And I'm like, yeah, it's easy. It's like 1 in 4. Like, who doesn't know funk? Next thing I know, I went home. I listened to some Parliament Funkadelic, and I listened to some Sly and the Family Stone. And the next thing I know, I was like, okay, dude, I'm never going to open my mouth again. They are the great, like, I'm a lover of funk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, some of those bass lines are amazing.
Yes.
room again.
So do you play like Falco?
Oh, shit. Shit. That's like saying, do you play like Yngwie Malmsteen, Jocko? Give me, I wish.
Right. No, he's
Jocko. Okay, so we know, yes, I know a few licks of Jocko from Weather Report that I love to throw out and watch people go, what? I call those my Guitar Center licks. When I go to the Guitar Center, I'll throw those licks out. Play like Jocko. Shit, man. He's
Well, that's better. I can't even figure out Maelstrom's looks.
yeah. And I think I could, and I'm like, okay, I can barely say his name yet. His guitar lines. Jeez.
You should see that shit written out. It looks, it's
Like Yin Yang. It looks like Yin Yang Malmsteen, and you're like, but it's Ingve. It's okay.
yeah. So,
Oh man, Wayne, I love you. I love that you're always out there making everybody smile because you always make me smile. Whenever I see you, you put the biggest smile on my face, and he thinks I'm nuts because I'm like, Wayne's live.
and remember, if she's live, I'm usually within earshot. So
yeah, usually when I'm watching, because I don't know if all of you know this about me. I try to share everybody's lives. I try to share everyone's. Anyone's that I can share, I share. I don't care who's fighting with who's doing what. I'm not any part of their arguments and their debates. Keep me out of it. I'm friends with everybody. I will share everybody's live streams, and I share them out to everybody. And I mean, I have a decent following. So when I'm sharing your live, I'm sharing it to 3,000 people that aren't necessarily in the cannabis community.
Exactly. Okay.
Or 3,000 people that don't really want to see it in the first place.
True.
Everybody.
Well, I admire you for this. Thank you for I see you sharing in our community. I see both of you, what you guys do in our community. I see the fact that there's a lot of people out who are not making money doing this. We come on here to have fun. We come on here to have our daily thing. And you guys are doing this for friends. You're bringing a good vibe on Thursday nights. You're talking about stuff that we can all talk about and giggle for. You're giving us a moment. And I think that this right here should be thought of a state that we should learn from. And thank you for teaching me this tonight. And the fact that you let me know that people are still laughing at my stupid shit lets me know that I'm into it.
Yeah, I do a show occasionally called Master Roach and Kicking Back with Friends, and it's a Rumble only platform.
Ooh.
So it's not on Facebook, not on YouTube, anything else, just Rumble.
Just Rumble, and they're kind of pop-ups, but we go live, and we can play copyrighted music. So we just sit back, smoke, listen to music, and shoot the shit.
Yeah.
That is a great idea, the Rumble platform, and the fact that you do that. I think more of us need to understand that, like, our freedom is a valuable thing. And that's a big part of that. Sister, let me tell you, that's where freedom comes from in my story time for me personally. That's when I could take the shackles off my tongue and the world's issues, and I could just freaking say it. And at that moment, there's sometimes I've said some stuff. I'm like, you can't take that back,
That's what I said. I love that. I love that you're not politically correct because we are over politically correct.
Yeah. And the sharing to our community for you, thank you. I don't care if it's 3,000 or 9 people. The fact that you share tells me that you're doing the right message from me to you. I see this.
Right.
Look, Mr. Rochi, I will say this. I've been watching you for a while now. I'm watching you rise into where I was watching with your daughter, watching you guys get into this where you're at. I thought one day I would love to come up and chat. And I was like, one day. I asked Steve-O, how do I do it? But I don't want help. How do I do it? And he says, just be you. Because I said, but legit, he goes, just be you. And I was like, okay. About 2 weeks later, your beautiful wife to the left of you said to me, oh my God, you're so funny. I would love to have you on the show. I got to talk to Mr. And I'm like, whatever, stroke it. Next thing I know, it's a Thursday night and I'm sitting with my friends.
You're positive.
It's the cosmos at work, brother. It's the cosmos at work.
Right? And
I'm all
about lifting everybody in the community up,
Well,
Go ahead.
No, real quick, and I'll shut up.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, sister, thank you. You said something valuable a few seconds ago that I got to comment on. I don't care who's fighting in this community and who doesn't like each other and who gets more likes and who thinks someone's better and whose video is okay. I like you. And if I like you, I like what the message is and I like where we're going with this. Now, with that being said, I know there's a lot of snakes out there. The thing is, friends love each other and this shit gets so much easier than like all that negative crap and carrying that baggage along with us.
Oh, certainly. You
And
are
I thank you. Thank you.
That's my feeling about it. Say your piece, get it over with, and let it go.
So don't forget to tune into our Monday night show. Our Monday night show, Mondays with a Master and a Mama. That comes to you on Grow Fam Homestead, Mondays at 7:30. Also, be sure to check out MasterRochiesGarden.com, MasterRochiesGarden.com for our beard oil, our 1,500 milligram CBD tinctures, our simple syrups, and much, much, much more.
Beard oil.
Our beard oil. Hold on.
What?
Who
Who said what?
Donnie says, "Don't shut up. Great show."
See,
Donnie,
you got a new fan, Wayne.
yeah, Donnie,
No, he's a fan here. Dude, I love both of you. Thank you for letting us up. Thank us all. Let's all thank each other. Thank you. Thank you.
If you would like to follow Wayne Cruz, he is Wayne Cruz on Facebook, and I will share his link on my page so that you guys can all follow Wayne Cruz because he is great.
Yep, and we'll share it out on my page too.
So if you guys want to check out Wayne doing his story hour
Or she
and
will share it out
on his
on my page too.
if you want to check out Wayne doing his story hour, look out for that link or just follow Wayne Cruz on Facebook.
Exactly.
My gosh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on tonight. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I've been thinking about putting together a couple more of these kicking back shows, and we'll definitely be in touch to get that
Come here.
get that happening. I like to do it on the weekend.
Come here.
You know, like midnight
We're almost
here,
done.
1 o'clock. So that'll make it a little later your time out on the West Coast. And yeah, just kind of do some late night stuff East Coast wise.
I'm a late night guy as it is. If you ever feel like you're bored, you can always find me late night. I would love to sit and pontificate with you over all that crap, man. Thank you.
Well, I'll dig that. I will take you up on that, brother. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Wayne, for being on the show tonight.
Master Rochi, thank you so very much, my friend. I'm endeared to you.
Thanks, Wayne. I love you. Tell the wife we said hi.
Well, Crystal, would you like to tell everybody good night?
Everybody, love each other. Be happy. Smile, because you may be the only smile someone sees that day. And be good to each other. Good night, everybody.
And as always, my friends, peace, love, and good vibes. Have an amazing weekend. We will see you Monday. Until then, later. Oh, I got to go to bed.
You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.